So one thing that I've really started doing a lot more since I started dating my girlfriend is we go to antique malls and antique places and stuff a lot. So occasionally I find something pretty cool. I found this one at an antique mall near me in Palmyra, I think. And this is a Girl Scout knife. This is made by Utica. And this is interesting because Utica Featherweight. And basically, the frame of this knife, meaning the bolsters and liners, seem to be aluminum, which makes this knife feel weirdly lightweight because, used to being steel or brass or nickel silver or something. But this is all like aluminum. Then the blades and the back spring is steel, but the rest of it's like aluminum. So it's very interesting because of how lightweight it is. Um, the handles just appear to be some sort of like jigged synthetic, probably Delrin or something. It hasn't shrunk or anything. I believe this knife was produced, I think I looked it up my girlfriend looked it up on the Girl Scout thing. And it seems like this was made from like 56 to 70 something. So it's not as old as I typically would like it to be, but it's still pretty cool. And I think I paid like $8 for this. So I'm not that concerned about it. It's got the giant bail on it here. I think basically the reason for that is I think most scouts, Girl Scouts, and Boy Scouts, um, typically you'd have a clip or like a lanyard or something on this to hang this off of your belt. And that's why the bail is on all of the old like scout knives and everything, because typically you'd have this like hanging off your belt and then in your pocket so that you wouldn't, lose it. Um, so that's why the bails are so huge on these old knives. Um, but honestly, this knife's in pretty good shape. It's right here, Utica featherweight. Um, Blades mostly still there, which is nice. Carbon steel, it looks like. There is a little bit of side to side play that's to be expected with old knives like this, as far as I'm concerned. Even some of the like best made knives from back then have blade play these days. Still pretty much has an edge on it. Probably sharpen it up a little bit, because once I'm done making this video, this is gonna go to my girlfriend, because she said she wants it, and I already have plenty of knives, but I like to involve her as much as possible because I look a lot less crazy that way. Um, but yeah, so pretty cool little Girl Scout knife. I do think it's pretty good shape, especially for what I paid for it. It's a little pen knife. I think this is literally just a pen knife, pretty much. It's a little bigger than a traditional pen knife. I don't know where my ruler's at. I should have grabbed that. Okay, I think I see it. Let me see if I can do this without jostling everything around too much here. Okay, I don't think I moved around too much there. Um, but if we close the blades here, around this ruler, so not including the bail, it's under 3.5 inches closed, um, which is bigger than a typical pen knife. The blade's like 2.5, something like that. So it's bigger than your typical pen knife, but still kind of a pen knife. Um, but yeah, it's a nicely preserved kind of, not really preserved, but I guess well taken care of pocket knife, that I just happened to find for like $8, and it's stamped Utica, so I wanted it, and it's a Girl Scout knife, so it's a little interesting. Um, Now I do think they made different models of this with more tools and stuff, like most of the Cub Scout and Boy Scout knives, but this one just has two blades, which honestly probably I would prefer. I don't know what a scout back in the day would prefer. Probably having a can opener and everything would be nice back then on a knife. But I mean, if I want a knife with a can opener, I just carry my Victorinox Pioneer, which is pretty much like what I would classify as like a scout knife today. But anyway, this is this Utica Girl Scout knife, this featherweight one, which is interesting. I've never seen, well, not that I know of, very many knives made with aluminum frames. So it's, pretty interesting because it is very lightweight to the point where it feels like it's almost not real. That's how lightweight it is. Um, but yeah, just cool little Girl Scout knife. Pretty was excited to find it. We were at an antique mall and she had found something and the lady was taking it up and I just happened to see this. I opened the blade and just saw Utica and I saw it was like $8. So I'm like, oh, we want this too. So my girlfriend didn't even get to look at it before I decided we were buying it. So, but yeah, just a neat little knife. And this will go to her once I'm done with this video here, which is like, right now. So anyway, that's the Utica Featherweight Girl Scout knife, produced somewhere between like 56 and 70 something. It's just a cool little example of like a Girl Scout knife. But anyway, that's going to be it for this video. I'll see you guys in the next one, and I hope you have a good day.